Hey everyone, I'm Jacq. Welcome to your practice. Today we are working with turning on a rest and digest response to life. If you're someone like me who experiences a lot of anxiety or has in the past, this is basically a video on tools for how to manage that in a healthy way. So we'll work with breath, movement, and then something else that I'm going to leave as a surprise for the end. If you're interested in learning more about working with the nervous system, which is what we're doing here today, or deepening your practice with longer videos, then you might like to subscribe to my membership. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can just check it out and see what it's all about. You can see the link below. And for today, get started with a comfortable seat. So I'm sitting up on a pretty thick bolster here. Our practice will be seated, so make sure you take time to just get yourself set up well to start. We have 3 segments to our practice: breath, movement, and surprise. So one thing I want to start is by acknowledging that if you are experiencing like active anxiety right now, or if you're just prone to anxiety, that sometimes breath work can increase our anxiety, which is the opposite of what we're doing, which is the opposite of our goal here. So our number one thing to remember in our yoga practices and our mindfulness practices is to listen to the messages that your body is giving you. So if this pranayama, this breath technique that I'm about to offer, increases any level of anxiety, then stop. This is your permission slip. Not that you need one from me, but it's a reminder to listen to your body. And then you can just fast forward ahead to the physical part of the video. So once you've got your seat set up, just let the shoulders roll a few times. Maybe rub your hands on your thighs. Just kind of let yourself land. Thank yourself for hitting the play button. Sometimes that's the hardest part. We're working with box breath. So the first thing I want you to do is just visualize in your mind a box or a square, 4 sides to the box or the square. And this visualization is a tool to just keep us on track for the breath practice that we're doing. We'll start with a 3 count. It'll be inhaling for 3, hold for 3, exhale for 3, hold for 3. So you hold empty for 3. And remembering that box, 4 sides to our box, 4 parts to the sequence of the breath. So watch first and then we'll join in all together. So you're watching, remember, inhaling 3, 2, 1, hold the breath in, 3, 2, 1, exhale for 3, 2, 1, hold the breath out, 3, 2, 1. Watch again. Okay, so we'll try this with a 3 count. If you find that you want to go for a 4 count or a 2 count, then make those adjustments so that it feels sustainable in your practice. I'll count us through a few rounds of doing this on a 3 count. I'll give you some space to practice on your own, and then we'll move into the physical stuff. So take a big breath in through the nose to start. Open the mouth and sigh. Inhale through the nose for a count of 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose, 3, 2, 1. Stay empty for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale, 3, 2, 1. Stay empty for 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Stay empty, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own. Now you've got the pattern. Feeling free to adjust the length, the count, and see if you can maintain a fairly still posture. Go ahead and complete 2 more full rounds on your own without rushing. So let your next exhale be the end of your 2 rounds. And then pause for a moment. Notice if you naturally closed your eyes. I didn't say to do one or another. So just notice what happened for you. And if it feels safe today to close your eyes and you haven't already, go ahead and let the eyes close. Take one hand over your heart and one hand over your belly and breathe naturally. And from here, let your eyes open. Take your right hand to the very top of your head, and you can rest your left hand wherever it feels comfortable. So you can just set it on the lap. And then let your right ear move toward your right shoulder. And you're not really tugging at all, just giving a tiny bit of weight here. So right ear toward right shoulder. And then let your eyes, just your eyes, not your head, look up to the left. And we'll hold here for 30 seconds. This works to break up tension, essentially. To stimulate our vagus nerve. And then release your head. Slowly kind of put your head back on top of your body. Let both shoulders relax. And we'll do the other side. And you might notice that the body lets out a sigh or a yawn. And this is kind of a signal that it's working. And if it didn't happen for you, then you might need to hold longer. So 30 seconds is kind of like the minimum. So go ahead and take your left hand to the top of your head. Let your left ear fall toward your left shoulder. And then just your eyeballs look up toward the top right corner of your space. 30 seconds here. Slowly release your hand. Let your neck come back to a neutral state. And we'll do the same thing and add one more piece on that kind of, that intensifies it just a little bit. So if that felt a lot for you, stay with that and do it again. If you feel like you can do a bit more, then follow along. Right hand to head, right ear to right shoulder. And this time take your left hand to your left rib cage. So kind of grab onto the rib cage and hug the rib cage so that you can deepen your side bend. So deepen the side bend, letting there be extension on the left side of the waist. The right elbow drops, and then eyeballs toward the left top corner. 30 seconds. We're getting so much information about the vagus nerve and how we can use some physicality to affect what's happening in our bodies on such a deeper level. And what's happening in our bodies here, of course, then affects the brain. And the brain has to do with our anxious thoughts. The brain holds on to patterning. So when I said breaking up tension earlier, we could also think of it like breaking a pattern of tension that's not really doing much good for us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right hand and your left hand. Sit up tall. Pause for a moment here. Maybe blink a few times. Left hand to the top of your head. Right hand grabs your left rib cage, so not the waist, but the rib cage. And then take your side bend over to the left. It's almost like you're turning a little bit by hugging the right hand into the rib cage. Eyeballs up toward the top right corner. Breathing naturally, go ahead and release your top hand. Release your bottom hand, sit up tall again, and pause here. Take a breath. Lastly, we'll work with sound. This is your big surprise. I probably made it too much of a big deal. But I love working with sound, as some of you know. And when we work with sound, it creates a vibration. You know, even when we're talking, you can feel a little bit of vibration in the body, which is why chanting practice is so powerful and so dear to my heart as a person who has had anxiety for evs. So here's what we're going to do. We'll take a deep breath in, and first we'll hum. So similar to the sound of Om, creating that vibration. And if you're watching this video with someone else, it'll be even more powerful as you hear their voice as well as your own and mine too. So sit up tall, take a big breath into the belly, and let the diaphragm lift a little bit so you feel the breath move from the bottom up, fill all the way up, and then hum. Not straining, but just finding that natural extension of your own breath. The next sound we'll make will be just an ah. So we'll take that big breath in and then do an extended ah sound. So full breath into the belly. Let it rise up a little bit. Last one is an ooh. So you'll make your lips, your mouth into a circle. Extended big breath in. Full and extended ooh sound out. Breathe in. And then a simple observation to notice how you're feeling. Notice if anything shifted from when you hit play or how you were feeling before you even started the video. Bookmark this one. If any of this felt slightly interesting, maybe weird, but maybe something's getting you into it, something's piquing your attention, come back to it. It's not meant to be practiced once. These are really meant to be tools that you can keep with you and use at any time. So comment below if you have any questions. Let me know what other practices you would like to see. Follow me online at Mindfulish. Mindfulish.org is my website. I will see you soon.